Welcome to this episode of my Women Empowerment Wednesday show. My name is Jessica DSB. Enjoy this episode.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. If you're going to be watching live, I'm super excited you're joining us today. It's Women Empowerment Wednesday. My name is Jessica. For those that are just joining this week and don't know who I am a mom. I'm a flight attendant for the past 11 years almost this year. I am 2 times best international selling author, and I'm also world passionate traveler. And I am the founder of the Women Empowerment Wednesday show. So I'm super excited to be joining you every single Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with a special guest. We're still going ahead with the special series of flight attendants for a few more weeks. So join the conversation. If you're in the aviation, invite your friends, your family. Let's create the galley talk. It's been so much fun in the last week. So join the conversation with us. Just a reminder, I have, my book, 365 Empowering Stories, where I'm a co-author inside of it. I am collecting all the money to donate it to my little sister. If you go on my profile, I have a video that shows my sister, who she is. She has cerebral palsy. She's 11 years old, and they need to purchase a machine that's going to cost them $32,000. So I'm collecting $10,000 for them. So get your copy today. Get a copy for a gift. Just share my post. Anything will help to get my goal. And I thank you all in advance. And thank you for everybody that's already purchased their copy. Hello, Karina. Hello, Valérie. Woohoo! A few more announcements before I introduce our special guest today. We are putting together a Women in Power virtual conference event, which is going to be free on March 10th. There's going to be amazing speakers, there's going to be a special guest, and there's going to be a lot of boss babes that are going to forecast their businesses in a short time. So join the event. It's free on Eventbrite. You can get your tickets. You can go on my Instagram for the link, and I also have an event. I'll post all the links under the video after the show. Can't wait to have you all there on the day of the event. And it's also on a Wednesday. So no Women Empowerment Wednesday. It's going to be the virtual event. So I'm super excited about that. All right. Special guest, Geneviève Pagé. Oh my God. I am so excited about today's conversation. She's an impressive woman, okay? She's been a flight attendant for 14 years. She has visited 52 countries. Oh my God. 5 languages. Entrepreneur. She has a boutique hotel in Cuba. She'll give us all the details today. She has her One Sky Import website business where they import all these beautiful items. So she'll give you all the details. But she's a passionate and strong woman and living life to its fullest. Thank you for being here. Welcome.
Thank you, Jess. You're amazing. You're so good.
You're amazing too. I've just been practicing more. That's all it is.
Good, really good.
Thank you. Karina says, hello, beautiful woman. Hello to you. Hello, Jit. Oh my God. Thank you for watching. If you're watching live, type live in the comments. If you're going to be watching replay as well, type replay and let us know what you like about this conversation, what you'd like to hear in the next coming weeks. I want to hear from you guys, okay? So, Geneviève, for those that are just seeing you today for the first time, do you want to share a bit more about who you are?
Yes, well, like you said, I've been flying for 14 years, up to, last April when it stopped. Meanwhile, because we have so much free time as a flight attendant, I had the chance to start a few businesses on the side, like my hotel in Cuba. We started that about 4 years ago, me and the father of my kids. So that was and some friends also. So that was a really fun project. Yeah. We started also the import company about, I would say, 6 years ago. And then with the pandemic, I decided to follow up with this and bring this to another level. So that's why I decided to switch from selling to stores and transform it into an online boutique. And and with the help of Karina, we built that website where we can now present our products. And the idea behind that was to actually find products along the way that I could present on my boutique in different countries, and to integrate a traveling blog also, because I wanted to give some sorts of feel that it was more like a little trip. You know, when you're on a trip and you don't really need to purchase things, you just, if you feel like it, because you have a coup de cœur. What's a coup de cœur again?
I'm sure they understand what it is.
Yeah. When you have a little coup de cœur on the way and you're like, oh, I got to bring this back. Well, that's how I want people to feel when they end up on my website. So that was the idea. So I'm kind of developing that dream with Karina right now. So
it's very awesome. Amazing, Karina. She was on the show beginning of January. Amazing work that she does with, you know, myself included. And sorry. And I went onto your website when it almost just had launched in the beginning phase, and I was like blown away how I felt like I was actually traveling, you know, the different countries, the different items from each countries, and then your blog and the way like the whole website is set up, like with the airport codes. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, it's even better than I thought. It's amazing. I really love it. And I really like this blog too, because I always wanted to write a book, which, you know, which right now I'm very thankful for the next opportunity coming soon. And also when I write this blog, it reminds me of when I was flying, because it's, as you know, it was a big part of our life that we let go a year ago. So now every time I write a little story, it reminded me of all these beautiful memories that we made along the way. So that's my way of reliving these little moments.
Exactly. And you're sharing like beautiful pictures as well that really like stood out for me, like your traveling pictures that's on that
Oh,
website.
thank you.
Yeah, so we're gonna post her link to the website. I'm inviting everybody that's gonna be watching or knows somebody that loves, well, shopping. I know a lot of people loves to shop. But if you want to have the traveling experience while you're shopping, gonna go on the website. Hello, I'm just gonna say a few hi. Hello, Muna, Claude, Karine. She says, can't wait to listen to you ladies on replay tonight. She's probably at work, Miss Teacher. So go do your thing. Hello, Melanie, Vanessa, and Kim. Welcome to all you beautiful ladies and men. So we chose today the topic of, I won't say it properly, I'm telling you in advance. I tried to practice this morning, but I'm like, oh my God, synchronicities.
Yeah, something like that. Synchronicity, something, I don't know.
We chose that topic, and I'll let Geneviève share why she chose that topic, but I'm gonna just give you guys the definition, because maybe, you know, we're not sure the exact definition, or we're not sure exactly. So just to give you a heads up of this conversation, the definition I found is the experience of two or more events that are apparently casually unrelated or unlikely to occur together by chance, yet are experienced as occurring together in a meaningful manner. And I also found another definition that may be more simpler, is meaningful coincidences that happen when you're on the right soul path. So I like also that definition. So just to give you a bit of this definition. So why did you want to talk about that today, Geneviève?
I don't know. It's just something that I really care about, because with our job, I find that we meet so many different people. And along the way, I feel that we always meet the right people at the right moment. So when you go through something in life, it seems like this, I don't know, you go fly, and then the next day you meet that person and you hear that message that you needed to hear. And what I like about it is there's usually it's people that we don't know. So they always have something new to bring you, and some words of wisdom. And so many times during these 14 years, I had that chance to to receive nice messages from the universe and to make these encounters along the way. And so that's why this topic really appeals to me, because I find because we meet so many different people, we receive so many different things.
Right.
Yeah, when we open ourselves to what the universe has for us, I feel that, we receive some really nice and clear messages.
And it feels so good.
It does.
Oh my God. Hello, Melissa, Vanessa, welcome. We're talking about synchronicities, and you're going to share, I know you have examples for the whole day of synchronicities, but I want you to share a few examples, and I want you to talk about that trip that you took, the 7th month vacation or adventure to Asia.
Of course. Well, that one brought me a lot of synchronicity and some really nice memories. So that was before I started flying for Air Canada. At that point, the first 20 years of my life, like I told you, I was on a very predictable path and very rational. I was a very rational person until my father passed away when he was 45. And then I thought, wow, okay, life is short. I need to really enjoy it to the fullest. And I was like, I need to do something that's going to make me feel alive, something different, not something predictable, because I really need to live life and enjoy every moment. So me and my friend, we took the world map and we're like, okay, let's land in Bali. We're going to cross Indonesia all the way to Thailand. Let's go all the way to Vietnam and back. We're going to go for the plan was to go 3 months in Asia, 3 months in Europe to work and come back. But we ended up spending 7 months in Asia. And when I was there, I was like, okay, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I felt connected to life. I met amazing people around, along the way from different countries. And I was like, this is me. This is what makes me vibrate to another level.
Right.
So, and then on that path in Indonesia, that was just a few months after the bomb in Bali. So there's not many tourists at that point. And we met a guy from Amsterdam. And then we said, oh, we're going to Lake Toba next. So that guy left and he was going there. He met 2 other Quebecer girls at that point. And he told them, oh, yeah, there's 2 Canadians that are coming in the next few days. And that guy left, we never saw him again. However, because he spoke to these girls when we ended up in that location.
Wow.
Karine and Corinne were like, are you guys a Canadian that, that guy was talking about? They were like, yeah, that's us. And we started connecting right away. And it was such a small little village, like lost in Indonesia. And I was like, wow, I feel like I know these girls since forever. So we traveled together for 2 weeks. Then we kind of exchanged emails, but kind of lost track of each other because my trip was a few more months with the friend that I was traveling with. And then they left and they came back to Canada at that point. So then a few months later, I would say, maybe 6 months later, I decided to go back to university because I was like, okay, I need to go back and, finish what I wanted to do. So I went back, started my international degree. And I see these 2 girls in the same exact baccalaureate as me. And I'm like, is this a joke? And they were from Abitibi, so there's no chance that they were in Quebec City. And I never spoke about that because I didn't even know I wanted to start that path. So, and we look at each other and we're like, wow, we have the same tattoo on the foot in Thai written. And we're like, again, never spoke about it in the past neither. So it was another coincidence. And I was like, okay, this is getting a little funny. And then that girl, Karine, we ended up having a little girl with 1 month apart. And then, so our path just seems to be crossing nonstop. And then eventually I started working for Air Canada. And a year later, I convinced her, like, Karine, you got to come and work for Air Canada. So now she's been flying also for 13 years and she's a really good friend of mine. So that was one example of what synchronicity brings you. So I feel like we were like soulmates, friend soulmates.
Right. I think multiple like soul sisters, soul twins. There's multiple. I was reading about it not too long ago. Many things that I'm not like exactly aware, but oh my God, I love this. Let me just say a few hi. Hello, Jagger. He says amazing topic. Hello, Robert, Chad, Marie-Josée, Maggie. Welcome. If you're watching live, type live. If you're watching replay, let us know as well. We're talking about synchronicities with my little French accent.
We haven't figured out how to pronounce it yet, but that synchronicity or whatever it is.
It's perfect. It's perfect. And then you're just sharing, the story with your long trip. Oh my God, like that would be one of my ultimate life goals, just to go for 6 months somewhere, like still on
Uh,
the bucket list.
yeah, that was the beginning of so many other trips after, and
Lifetime.
that's why I was like, you know what, I need to do this in life. Like I need to travel more, and that's why Air Canada really appealed to me because I was like, okay, that could be a really good path to explore the world a little bit more.
Exactly. So, the day that, do you want to share the story of how you you started before? Again,
Yeah,
you don't have to, but
I can. Yeah, yeah, of course. That was kind of funny. So, because I was telling Karina and you actually about, so in 2005, I was doing my baccalaureate. I was in the middle of it, but my friend is like, "Oh, Jen, tomorrow Air Canada is giving information, and we should just go pick up like the flyer." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So then that night we went out really late, so we're really tired next morning, and we're like, "Yeah, whatever." So we show up there in jeans, thinking it was like a little kiosk where people were just giving flyers and information. And we end up there in that hotel in this massive interview process. And we're like, oh my God, I can't believe we're here in jeans. And now we're in this lineup about to do the biggest interview of our lives. And I was like, oh my God, I felt so out of place. But again, we were already there. So I figured,
right.
might as well just do the interview. But again, I was looking at people around, everybody were dressed properly. And I was like, oh man, I can't believe we screwed up that one so badly. So we did the interview. The interview went actually pretty well, but I said that the girl gave me a 4 and 5, and I knew exactly why she didn't give me a 5 because, I mean, who's showing up in jeans for such an interview? So,
Right.
anyways, so I was like, okay. So I left, and I knew that they were not going to call me back that time. So a few years after that, I was done with my school, and the person I was with at that point was like, "Oh, Air Canada's hiring," and I thought, let me give this another shot. I'm gonna try again. So, but that time I showed up with a proper suit, and I was like, okay, perfect. I'm ready to go. I know what to expect. This is gonna be a serious interview process. So
Yeah.
that time it worked. And honestly, at that point, like I was telling Karina, I was in a phase of my life where I was working full time. For me and my partner at that point, we were like, we needed money badly. And ING just hired me at that point. So I was supposed to start the next Monday. But I didn't really want to go work in insurance because that was not something I was really interested in. And Air Canada called me back and they're like, okay, we're offering you a job. You have to be ready like next Friday. And the difference in money was actually quite big because, as you know, when you start as a flight attendant, it's not that great. But I thought, you know what? It doesn't matter. Like, let me just figure that out. It doesn't matter if I have to move to Toronto. It doesn't matter if I have to start at 20,000. I'm gonna take the Air Canada job because
Right.
that was something that was really so much more appealing for me. And yeah, and it's been one of the best decisions of my life
Mhm.
because it just brought me like so many amazing encounters. It opened so many opportunities to live all over Canada, to live in Cuba, to just travel the world. And that was one of the best decisions of my life. So to this day, it's been a really, really amazing experience. And I miss it a lot.
Oh my God. I was like, I agree. I agree with everything you're saying. I miss
Oh, God.
it. Hello, Marissa. Welcome, Andrea. Welcome. So in the beginning of the call, you were saying how, being a flight attendant and meeting so many incredible colleagues, different flights, different colleagues all the time, that there's a lot of examples of synchronicity in
Yeah.
your life. Can you provide us with a few more of those examples?
Yeah, I have another one. So, yeah, I was at some point flying, and then I thought, oh, I have to use what I studied for, which was international development and languages. And I thought, what should I do? Like, where should I go to help? And then there was this earthquake in Haiti. I don't remember the exact year that it happened. Do you remember? It was
No.
maybe like, let's say 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I want to go there to help. And then I'm like, but I can just land there and, I'm here to help. So the next flight that I take, I see one of my friends and she's from there. And I'm like, oh, Jenny, I want to go to Haiti. like, I don't know where to start. And she's like, well, guess what? I just flew with Isabelle Arthur. I just met her. And she was at that point the, how do you call it, public relation person for Air Canada.
Wow.
She says she's working on an Haiti project and I could put you guys in contact. And I thought, wow, yeah, for sure. Amazing. So then I messaged Isabel, and next thing you know, I was like in this massive committee with a bunch of people really high in the company to decide what we were going to do with the money that was raised for the Air Canada Foundation. So we had to give this to different organizations in Haiti. And I thought, okay, I want to raise money too. So I organized the Air Canada running team at the Marathon Montreal to raise a little bit more money too. And we picked one of the schools that I knew there in that country. So we went there the first year, brought the money to them so they could build a little kitchen for the kids. And then the next year after that, we raised again some more money, went back to follow up on the project. We took a bunch of school effects for the kids. So it was such an incredible experience. And all that to say, I feel like life always brings us on our path. Oops, somebody's working. Okay. So I feel like that's another synchronicity. Maybe there's something for me. So yeah, so I feel like life is always bringing us what we need. And at that point, this is what I wanted to do. And this is what I did. And it was a really, really fun, incredible experience.
I love it. I love it. Hello, Tasha, Fernando, Milen. She says, Milen Fortier says, Jen with the strong arms. Hello, Caroline. Welcome. I love this because when we talked yesterday, I started, just preparing for the call today and finding the definitions for synchronicity. And then I was like, wow. This is what we're going to talk about tomorrow. And I was going back to all the last maybe 5-6 weeks of the Women Empowerment Wednesday show. We talked with Jahera last week about spirituality and, how we met, which was synchronicity. Then with Melissa, going for it and living your best life. And then the week before with Fatou, same thing. Her mom died at a very young age. And she's like, I'm living my life to its fullest because I don't know if I'm going to die at that age too, right? And then Karina, we talked about manifestation, her wanting to be a flight attendant, and it happened, right? So I was like, wow, every single week, this topic, and then we're coming on today and we're still going. So I was looking, oh, you're on the right soul path. I love it. I was like aligned with all of you, and it's like, I'm very, very grateful. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Caroline Charrier says Amazon. I'm not sure what that means.
Amazon?
Amazing, maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, probably more amazing.
that autocorrect. Okay, let's see what Karina says. I feel so blessed that you girls believed in me for me to recycle myself as a freelance graphic designer while laid off. You are incredible, strong women. I have a blast working with you girls. Synchronicity, 100%. Filled with love, caring for one another, supporting each other. Gracias, hermosas mujeres. Woo! Spanish! Not my language, but I did it. Love you, Karina. And again, Jen, I was just sharing with you before the call, we're also an example of synchronicity. We don't even remember when we met, like if we even flew together. Like,
yeah, who knows?
And then, I remember clearly knowing about your boutique hotel, and I want you to share a bit more after. And following you with that, be like, oh, I would love to go visit and go to that hotel, because I'm all about supporting my colleagues. Like even before this whole pandemic, I was like, hey, if I can support my colleague's business, I'm in, right? Totally. And then I remember you a few years ago, being based in Vancouver, and that's one thing that I wanted at that time. So I'm like, I was following you as well. Yeah. And now both of us working with Karina, which is,
I know, what are the chances?
What are the chances? There's so many flight attendants out there.
That's somebody that posted it. I don't even remember.
I think it was my post. I think it was my post, and then somebody named Karina, and we both.
That's it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Now, I was telling her, I was like, wow, you're such an amazing discovery. My 2020 amazing discovery person.
Right.
Incredible. Like an angel that fell from the sky.
Amen. Yes, yes, I totally agree. And then, 2021 arrives, and then I have my flight attendant book collaboration, and then you're
Yes.
part of it. Oh my God. So
I'm
like,
excited about that one too.
yeah, synchronicity 100%, right? Like life was
Absolutely.
really preparing us years ago for what was
Yes.
coming.
Yeah, this was on my bucket list actually. I was like, I want to write a book someday, but who knows about what? I didn't know. And then when she says Jess is actually starting a book project, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting in for sure.
And I'm so excited that you decided to be part of this. There's going to be more information coming soon for those that might be curious what's happening. Sorry, my voice is like,
I know.
but I'll be doing a author interview with Geneviève in the next few weeks. So stay tuned for that. We'll get into the details of the book project and why Jen, more details about why she chose to do it and all that good stuff. But for now, let me hear from you about this boutique hotel in Cuba and how was it living there?
Yeah, so that was great. Actually, so how it all started was, well, I was trying to use my passes as much as possible. So every
Mm,
time I had days off, I was on my way somewhere
mm,
with the father of my kids. So at that point, I was like, okay, let's go to Havana. You're gonna like it. Great.
mm,
So we went there. He's like, wow, what an amazing place, amazing people. So that was really like a fun trip. Then at that point, we were considering buying something in Canada, but we thought, well, the condo we wanted to buy wasn't going to rise up in value very much. So we thought, let's just invest in another country. And then we're like, oh, maybe Colombia, because like I was telling you, Medellin, there's some really
I
good
love
opportunities
Colombia.
there to invest. And we thought, yeah, maybe. Then he's like, how about Cuba? Why don't we just look there? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And at that point, we stayed in Casa Particular from an older couple, amazing people. We clicked right away and we thought, wow, they're beautiful souls. So he thought, okay, I'm going to look up what I can find. So he found a place for like 50,000. It was like a little apartment in the heart of old Havana. And he's like, Jen, we should get that one. And I'm like, okay, fine. And then he asked them, he's like, maybe they want to be part of our project because in Cuba, if you want to buy, you need to be with Cubans. So we asked them, do you guys want to be part of it? And what we're going to do is we're just going to flip that place, renovate it, make it nice. When we're not there, we're going to rent it. Because we used to do a lot of Airbnb with our places in Vancouver and Toronto and Montreal. Every time we're traveling, we're Airbnb-ing our places. So we thought, it's going to be easy to do it in Cuba too. So that was the plan. A few weeks later, we're in Argentina, traveling there, he had some friends there that had little kid the same age as our daughter. And he's an architect, really, really amazing architect. So we thought, hey, Roy, can we just hire you so you could, flip our place, make it nice. We're going to pay you and, that'll be great. He's
Right.
like, yeah, for sure. So we're like, okay, guys, we're on our way to Canada in 3 days. Do you guys want to come with us? And maybe you guys can go take a look at our place in Havana after that. He's like, yeah. So they came with us to Canada for a few weeks. And then the guys flew to Cuba. So Seth showed our place to Roy. And Roy was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, I want to be part of that project too. I want to invest in that project. And we're going to turn it into a hotel, a small boutique hotel. So that's how it all started. And we're like, yeah, okay, perfect. And then, yeah, he's such an incredible architect that I was like, okay, you have carte blanche, you do whatever you want with it. I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
Right.
So he did a really nice little setup. So we mixed the old architecture from Havana with the new modernism. And yeah, since day one, we already had reservations because at that point, there's no competition. Like there's no boutique hotel really in Havana at that point. So it was pretty easy to have people come. And also we had only 4 rooms, so it was not very hard to fill. And yeah, that's how the project started a few years ago. And then one of my friends that I met there, which was another synchronicity later on when I was living in Cuba. I don't know if you heard about Heidi Ellinger.
Well, you were telling me when we spoke yesterday,
Yeah.
but I didn't know her. No.
Yeah, so she's a photographer and a writer. So she was writing a book called 300 Reasons to Love Havana, and she decided to put her hotel in the book. So that's how I ended up meeting her there. And then, yeah, so that's how the project started. Then years later, so we moved all over the place. As you know, we lived, 2 years in Vancouver. Then I had my daughter there, and I thought, okay, time to go to Montreal so she could, meet my family a little bit more. And then, okay, let's move to Toronto, because he was from Toronto, wanted to move there. So, okay, let's give this a shot. So we moved there. And after that, he's like, why don't we just move to Cuba? We have the hotel there. We could work on it a little bit more. You could commute. And I thought, sure, why not? Because again, I'm trying to say yes to any opportunities that life brings.
Yes.
So like, yeah, let's do it. So we subscribed my daughter to the international school in Havana, and it was an incredible experience. It was so much fun. I mean, we met people from all over the world, expats and locals, and it was a very fun experience, and also very, how do you call it, destabilizing a little bit, because, in Canada, we used to have access to everything, all the products we want, we have them. And then you get there and it's like, oh, okay, should I buy that milk? Oh no, let me just buy it next time. And then next time, there's no next time. Maybe you're never gonna see milk again for the next 3 months. So you're like, okay. So you just need to get used to this, not having access to products anymore. And but it's a much more simple way of living.
Yeah.
So in a sense, and I was lucky because I was commuting, I had the chance to go back every month to Canada, fly, and do my little things here, and then go back there. And I felt like I was going back from two different, how do you call it, 1950s to 2015. And I was like, wow, this is such a massive shift in the way people are. And so that was a really fun experience. And people are very, very warm, and they always want to know how you're doing, and they really care. They're really caring people. I really love them.
Wow. So your daughter's perfectly Spanish qualified, right?
Well, so because it was an international school, that was mostly in English. So but they were also learning Spanish, and we had a nanny there that spoke Spanish, obviously. So she can pick it up like pretty easily. When I'm not too close, she doesn't rely on me, so she's able to go by. And it's really cute, when you hear your kid and you're like, well, my kid speaks Spanish. That's amazing. How lucky is that? I wish I was learning these languages a lot earlier. Would have been easier.
Yeah, I went to Costa Rica with my daughter when she was 4, and obviously, like, it's just me and her, and I'm trying to get by because I don't speak Spanish. And then she's like, Mom, tell him this, tell him. I'm like, Mom doesn't speak, but she picked up on a few words, and still today she's now 8, and she's like, Mommy, I know these words in Spanish. She's so proud.
So cute. So
right?
cute.
I'm like so proud to just see her, evolved into those gifts that we're giving them. So thank you.
You're so cute.
Thank you. You too. I'm going to say hello, Myriam, Mylène, Danique, Caroline Charrier says, à la porte, I was kidding. This is great, ladies. Very hard sometimes to raise ourselves to a higher level. Believe we can do it. Be fearless and just stay focused and commit. Love it. Yes. Love that. Hello, Annie, Vicky, Jessie. Welcome. Oh my God, we have such amazing souls watching today. Thank you for being with us.
I'm not shy anymore. I was telling Karina, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm just about to do a briefing in front of, like, when you have to do a briefing in the bus in front of 14 crew members and 4 pilots listening to you. That's how I felt. I was like, oh God.
But as I told the girls every week, after a few minutes, you get like very comfortable, right?
And my other thing that I go with is like, fake it until you mean it. So I pretend that I'm not shy, and eventually,
because at the end of the day, only you know that you're shy.
True.
It's not written on your forehead.
That's true.
So if you're not saying you're shy or whatever it is, we don't know. Right? Marlène says, bravo Geneviève. She wrote it in French. I'll translate after. Tu trouves du positif dans ces changements de vie. Tu fais de belles choses. So you're finding positive in these changes of life, and you're doing beautiful things. I agree. Jessie says, yes, briefing. And then she's laughing. I love it. We're almost done with the briefing. It goes by so fast, but I want you to share, how does it feel for you, like inside, or what do you say when you feel synchronized with your life mission or what you're doing in your life?
I feel in peace, and I feel, yeah, like I'm just going on my, I mean, I don't want to push it too far, but you know what I mean? Like on my destiny path.
Yeah,
But you
no.
know, when you just feel like things are starting to flow, and usually it comes after you let go of certain things.
Mm,
Sometimes it could be a breakup, could be, you know, anything. But the moment where you decide to let go, and I'll give you an example. When I was in Cuba, I separated from the father of my kid 3 days after we decided to move to Cuba. So I was like, wow, I'm now in a new country. I have no internet connection with no one. So I can't speak to my friends. What am I doing? You know, I'm starting my life over again. And I'm like, wow, okay, life, I need a little bit of help here. And I was like, let it go and let's see what life has to show you.
mm,
And then 2 weeks after this, that's where I met Heidi. And then at that point, she introduced me to the entire country because she knew everybody there. And it has been like an amazing time. 6 months, that was incredible. Thanks to her, but thanks to life too, because life put me on the right path.
mm.
But it's hard to let go. So sometimes when we go through things that are a little bit challenging, it's hard to let go and be like, okay, I'm going to trust that there's something better for me. And yeah, that's how I see synchronicity. And
Love
that's
it.
why I like our job, because for instance, right now I could go fly and meet exactly the right people that will tell me exactly the right thing. I mean, I have you guys, thank God.
Yes,
It's good, good.
we're reinventing the
Yes, we're reinventing
time.
ourselves, and it's great. So yeah, that's been a really, you know, challenging year, but really fun at the same time, and really interesting in many different ways. So it has
So
been
you haven't flown it in over a year, right? You were laid off in June or before
I
April,
was,
you say
yeah,
April.
my last flight was in March last year. So
And so what's been the hardest part for you? The hardest thing in the last year?
the life change has been pretty, you know, challenging because I used to travel all the time. I mean, for work, obviously, I wasn't at the peak of my career. Like, I had amazing flights every month. I was like, wow, I can't believe I'm in charge number one in Sydney. And then I was going to Korea and India and Japan, London, like all over. And I was like so thankful for this because I mean, I waited many years to get there. And Hawaii layover. And I was just so happy of my choice. And because I was commuting to Vancouver, I had the chance to spend a lot of time there too, which was great because I feel that this city has something so powerful with the ocean and the mountains. It just, so I found a little bit of everything that I liked. And then every now and then I was going on trips with friends and family. So I just felt really alive. Like I told you, just constantly on a high bubble. And then when it all stopped, I was like, wow, okay, what's gonna be my life? You know, I don't know. And then I met, you know, amazing people. As you know, I met the person I was with for a year. So it was still another really fun story, but different. I grew some roots, and we did explore Quebec a lot. You had a plane and we went on helicopter rides. So it was still really fun in a different way. And I
Right.
learned to reconnect with Quebec, and something that I kind of forgot, you know, with these years that I was always like, okay, this is better elsewhere. It's better there. And I'm like, okay, you know, Quebec is nice too. I like my roots. I like the people here. And so I'm kind of making peace with rebalancing things a little bit more. And I'm
Mhm.
trying to appreciate also this opportunity to work on my business, something that I really wanted to do before, but I was so busy with commuting and flying. I didn't have the chance to dedicate the proper attention to that.
Mhm.
So it brought me a lot of positive things despite the challenges.
Exactly. There is so much positive in this
Yeah.
situation. I was just sharing yesterday. It's not easy to be on a different, schedule of jet lag, and you have like short sleeping patterns, and you have to like come back, and it takes you 3 days to recover from your Asia flight or your or just European flight. So to me, one of the things I'm very grateful is just to have a normal sleeping pattern,
Yes.
right? Sleeping at night, waking up in the morning. And really, I hold on to the fact that we'll be back.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just
we'll be back
a matter of
eventually. We just
time.
need to be very patient because, you know, let's face it, we're not going back on our Australia flights right away. But it's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take that time to, yeah, focus on that project and just embrace what's coming. So
Yeah, you're doing amazing things. Like,
thank you.
your business, and when traveling picks up again, your boutique
Yeah.
hotel will be, doing super well as well. You're gonna be writing now officially in a book.
Yes.
So all these things are like super exciting.
Yeah.
Let me just read a few comments. And then Jessie says, no flying right now. True. Time to reinvent. Indeed. Hello, Shadia. Tasha says, I love this topic. I'm waiting for life to show me my new path. Come on, synchronicity.
Yes.
Maybe you have to let go of things. Maybe.
That's right.
Maybe. Hello, Rose, Manon, Jean, maybe it's from your family, Pagé, the last name.
Yes, hello.
Maybe. There's a lot of things to, I think, get into synchronicity. And I know that you were sharing me like every day you have, I don't know if you call it a routine, but you've been doing a lot of personal growth. Do you want to share a bit more about that?
Yeah, so that's been helping me a lot in the challenging times. So I'm trying to train every day just to kind of be okay. I'm gonna work on myself a little bit. So every day, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be like, okay, I how do you call it? I move forward in the direction that I want to go. I'm gonna feel better. I'm reading a lot of books also these days, and I'm listening to some audiobooks like with Tony Robbins.
Yes.
So that really helps to get pumped. I'm reading this amazing book right now called Atomic Habits. Really, really nice. That was actually a flight attendant that recommended me that book, but amazing. So I'm like, you know what? If I can read a little bit every day and learn and pick up a little bit from each book, then I'm trying to become a better person and just to be like, okay. And to remind myself also, okay, Jen, you need to calm down, you need to chill out, everything's gonna be fine, because there's so much uncertainty in different fields of my life right now that sometimes it's easy to get carried away with, I want to know what's coming, I want to know exactly where I'm going, but it's not the way it is. So I decided to meditate at night. So I found this amazing app on my phone that's called what is it called? Synctuition. Amazing. So I'm trying to do this every night, 25 minutes before I go to bed. So that helps a lot too. And so combination of yoga and this and reading and also journaling. So I'm writing some, they say be thankful about what you got, and then you're gonna attract more of this. So every day I'm like, okay, what am I thankful for today? Some days it's harder to find, but some others, the more you focus on positive things, I find life will bring you more of this. So yes, and then I tried also to reduce alcohol a little bit, because I have to say with the COVID, sometimes we tend to overdo it. So that helped me too, to kind of get more focus. And then with my business every day, I'm like, okay, I need to work on this and move forward with this. So a little bit more every day, just to compound the little actions. And that's exactly what they say in that book of Atomic Habits, that a little bit, even when you think it doesn't make a difference, it does, because at the end of the year, a little bit every day makes a massive difference. He was actually talking about a plane taking off from Seattle.
Gonna say, I remember that example.
Amazing that only a few degrees different when they program the plane, and you can land in New York or in
1 degree.
Yeah,
1 degree
that's it.
difference will take you to a complete different direction. Like it's crazy.
Yes, so that's why I'm trying to make little actions that are bringing me in the right directions. So that has been my last few months. That's what I'm focusing on.
Congrats. It's really, really beautiful to hear you, beautiful to see you, because every time we've been talking, like your energy is really amazing and you're doing amazing things. So keep heading that direction.
Thank you. And I'm trying to surround myself. Another thing that's been really helpful is like that, you know what? I need to surround myself with positive people that bring me up. I want to evolve with people that are bringing me something positive. And that's what I'm trying to do as much as possible. So such as you guys, I'm like, you know what? This project is going to be amazing because there's so many positive people. Oh, yeah. It can, it's going to lead to, to becoming a better person and to learn. And so that's what I want to do. And that's why I'm trying to do also with where am I going to move. So that's another story. I'm moving again in 3 months and I'm like, okay, where should I go? So I'm waiting for my synchronicity, person to come along the way and tell me where should I move.
Right. Stay open.
Yeah. So I'm in a letting go period right now, just waiting for the signs.
I love it. I'm gonna share the 2 quotes that I picked today because it's all in relationship to just what we were talking about. Um, Synchronicity is an ever-present present reality for those who have eyes to see it. That's Carl Jung. And I think that's
Yes.
exactly what Jen was talking about. Let it go and keep your eyes open. And opportunities are there. But I've said that in the past as well. Sometimes myself, I live my life like, where the horses have their blinders and you're focusing on, oh my God, I'm not working as a flight attendant anymore. And that's the only thing you can see, right? And life will bring you other things to just confirm what you're seeing and what you're focusing on. When you take off these blinders and you chose to be in that state of meditation, journaling, feeling good, taking care of yourself mentally, physically, and then you start to see other things and you can focus on other things, and then you see opportunities that you might not have seen before, right?
Yeah,
so that's my invitation today. Take off the blinders. There's positive out there. There's things that you can focus on. One thing, hey, I woke up this morning, I have another day on this planet. It's huge. We're healthy, we're here, so and then the second quote is, trust synchronicity, trust your intuition, and follow the path that unfolds before you. Have trust and faith, especially with a lot of things that we can't control right now, like you were sharing. Just trust that things will get better.
For sure. Absolutely. Together. I mean, so many of us have been laid off, so we're all in this kind of reinventing ourselves and trying to see, okay, where is this all going? But yeah.
Stay in your moment present, your present moment. I think that's my message for you today. So where's the best place to follow you, your website, give all us the goodies?
Yeah, so for One Sky, so for the online boutique and blog, so that would be oneskyimports with an s.com. Yes. So then from there you can subscribe to the blog and then see what the new products that I'm gonna bring in. I should receive some products from Lithuania very shortly too, some bed covers, different things like that. So that would be a really good place. Other than that, for the hotel in Cuba, it's revolutionboutiquehotel.com. Or my email. My email is the same as One Sky. So Geneviève at oneskyimports.com. And you can see the beautiful work that Karina created for me.
Oh, yes. We're keeping her very busy.
Yes, very much.
But we're very grateful for you. So as every week, I'm going to take this video, I'm going to post it in my Women Empowerment by Jessica DSB. And then under in the comments, Geneviève will put all the websites, all the links that you just gave us so that you don't have to write it down. If you are not a member of the Women Empowerment by Jessica DSB, go join the group. All my episodes are on there instead of scrolling through my Facebook profile. All my episodes are there. A lot of, empowering content. So join there, invite your friends and family. Because once again, I didn't say in the beginning, but my women empowerment started when the first wave of pandemic happened, and people were feeling scared, uncertain. A lot of things were out of our control, and I wanted to create these powerful conversations that were empowering, touching every single week with a special guest. I love to support each other, and I love to forecast everybody. So it's been such pleasure and honor to do that every single week. Episode 41 right now. So if you want to go watch the other episodes, they're all on there. And we're still going ahead with the flight attendant special series until March 3rd. So stay tuned for more inspiring conversation. So put all that information, Jen. And hello, Catherine, Reb, Karina says, surrounding yourself with positive souls bring magic in our reality. We will be back in the sky soon. Yes, I can't wait. Yes. Can't wait. Jen, I will let you finish with last few words, few minutes. What's on your heart? What would you like to share with us today?
Yeah, I guess to just try to enjoy. I'm a lot in the present moment these days. I mean these months. I'm trying to not focus too much on the past because it's done, and I'm really happy of what's been done. But I'm also trying to project myself sometimes in the future. And then I thought I have no clue what's coming, so I'm like, no, come back to the present moment and try to let go and see where life wants to bring you. So that would be probably my best advice for people also, is to just let go and trust that there's something really good coming ahead of all this.
So if tomorrow you could travel anywhere, where would be your next destination?
I think I would go back to Panama. Panama was one of my best trip ever because I rented a sailboat there, and it's just an incredible location where there's not too many tourists, and you're on your little trip for 5 days with your crew only. So whoever you want to be with, you could be like 4 or 5 people with the captain and his son. And it's just has been an incredible experience and the most beautiful place I ever seen in the world. Oh. So I went twice, and then I cannot wait to go back. The feeling that I get when I'm there is just, it's incredible. You're on the ocean and you see these wonders, and every day you wake up and you're like, wow, I can't believe that this is even more beautiful than what we saw yesterday. Mm-hmm. So that's where I would like to go. However, I'm considering in the next beginning of April, we'll see. Like I haven't traveled, like I told you, maybe 10 months, but I'm considering going for a little ski trip in Whistler. So I'm still debating because I know it's not ideal to fly right now, but let's see what happens. But yeah, my next trip definitely Panama. Whoops, I lost you guys. Oh,
I still see you.
Yeah. See you. What's going on? Okay, yeah.
Just smile. You're good. Oh my God, such a pleasure connecting with you.
Like I told you, maybe 10 months, but I'm considering going for a little ski trip in Whistler. Nice. So I'm still debating because I know I can't hear me. Okay. Am I still there?
Yes, you're still there.
Okay, so because the live video started playing, so I could see my interview. Anyway, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with the computer.
That's
so
perfect
trips. But yeah, I'll be patient. I'm not exiting the country until this quarantine is over because I don't want to do this 2 weeks quarantine, and I don't want to spend $2,000 for 3 days at a hotel either.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I want to say huge thank you for being with us today, sharing your incredible story. You have a lot more to share, so stay tuned. We'll be back on live, me and Jen, for the author interview live. And we had a great, powerful conversation. Thank you for everyone that was joining us live. I love this. Like, I absolutely love that everybody's joining in, interacting with each other. Let me know what you'd like to hear in the next few weeks. I'm always open to hearing the topics that you'd love to hear about. And we'll be back next Wednesday with another great flight attendant, incredible, powerful story. Jen, you're awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. And I have the pleasure to be on this incredible adventure with you for the next few months. So it's an honor. And take care, everybody. Happy Wednesday and have an awesome day.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
If you have enjoyed today's episode, please share with the people that you love and care about. Jessica DSB.